That nigga be crispy. Yeah, hey. I'm shameless, so shameless. With my dogs on the block, it was dangerous. Take your girl out to eat and she's paying. I'm shameless, so shameless. I'ma go hit Tahoe up. Come bring the Tahoe truck, body bags on body bags. Come pick this garbage up. DJ mixing in the booth, he leave him traumatized up. I ain't got no time to waste. Let's get these commas up. I'm sitting in class, I can't even focus. Looking at teach, hoping that she don't notice. Titty sit right, got ass be poking. Sitting in front, cause I gotta be the closest. I'm just waiting for the bell, let everybody leave. I passed with an A, but left her with a D. I'm shameless, so shameless.
Welcome back to So Shameless, y'all. Dodge and I were just speaking about life, and it's funny that she mentioned in the conversation she was having with somebody, a male, and he forgot why he had a dent in his car, and Dodge reminded him what he did to make her put the dent in his car, and he said, "Oh, okay, you're right. You know what? That was wild." And you know what I be thinking? I realize women are too fucking smart for their own good. Because y'all are speaking. It's like Wiseman said, don't argue with fools.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all be talking to us and we be dunce, bro.
Yep.
We don't be thinking about the ramifications and all of this shit, how it looked and the history of, and you know what I'm saying? All we know is we like you. Hey, my bad. Mm-hmm. Let's go get something to eat. You want to fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's like, oh, you did this to me, and then now you want to go out to eat, and then you want to have sex. Did you even stop having sex with her? Like, no, I like you. I just want to have sex and eat. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? They be knowing all of these different things, and think about it. Like, they are able to pull on that information immediately, remind you of the things you've done to damage them, the lack of preparation and thought, care, respect, all at once in one paragraph in your face. I don't even speak like that. Do you speak in paragraphs? I don't speak like that. You be like, you did this, then you did this, then you had the nerve. It's like, oh, you be like, wait.
It's the transitional words for me always. And then after, and then before.
And then before you did that, you did and then this. Wait, further, like, yo. And you be sitting there like, okay. Yeah. Yo, I wasn't even, but yo, you know, I get it. Yo, my bad. I wasn't. So you don't want to get no food?
I be like, one thing at a time. You're throwing too much at me.
It's too much. Yeah. And then a lot of the time you get caught up in being defending yourself, and you don't even realize, like, yo, women, they be in real life doing math with emotion. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar.
They be like, and this should be processing, and then they're able to translate it into English. You know what I'm saying? And you just sitting there like bombarded with all of this shit because you didn't mean none of that shit. You're not smart enough to mean all of that. No offense to the guys out here smart. I'm talking about myself. I'm not smart enough to have done this on purpose in these different ways. I didn't get through fucking algebra, let alone the calculus of your feelings. When you're talking about x plus y squared equals pi, I don't know how to do that shit.
It's too complex.
It's too. Bro. I didn't mean. I. Now that you've said it, I see that's what I did. I didn't mean to. But y'all be figuring that shit out like this, and it's too fucking much. It's too
so
fucking
funny.
much. What? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Your articulation of this makes so much sense to me because for years I'm just like, are you fucking dumb?
Yes.
Like, are you stupid?
Yes.
Like, why is it that you don't understand? And like, as a woman, I'm just like, why don't you get it? And that makes so much sense to me.
Y'all be pulling this shit, and it's real. This y'all be like, bro, let me put a little bit of this in there, and this in there, and this is what you did, this and the other. Here, this is the plate you just created. Eat it. You're like, I don't want that. Eating that. It's like, oh, this is your audacity. This is your disrespect. Right? This is your tone. This is all you eat it. You eat it. You're like, I don't want that.
man.
I fucking weak. Cause that nigga's like, how do you remember everything? I said I remember everything that traumatizes me.
Everything.
Once you traumatize, I'm gonna remember every fucking detail of how we got here. Yep, I remember.
Always bringing up old shit too.
He brought it up.
My goodness.
Because it's relevant.
It's always relevant.
It's always they don't let it go. It's gone, but it's there. And then they bring it up when you do some other shit to connect the behavior.
boom, boom,
and then you're
boom.
like, you're trying to figure out like, okay, this situation, but they connect it to some other shit, and you're confused now because you didn't mean to do it that way then. You didn't mean to do it this way then, but apparently it's the same behavior. Exhausting.
You get it.
I'm mad. All the guys in here are just looking at each other. The women are like, exactly. And I don't even know what I just said. Apparently, 2 ABC hosts were caught on vacation together. I will say I commend this guy on his wooing tactics or whatever he's doing, because every picture he has his hand on her ass. Like he walked left, right? She's at the back of the car.
I saw that.
He walked left. He swiped her ass on the way past the car. He walked right. She's still at the back of the car. Same hand, he crosses over his own body, grabs her ass as he passes her. Said, this nigga's nice.
Yeah, that's elite.
My body don't even do that. Yeah. He had to cross his own body to grab
But he's
the
really
ass.
tall and his arms are long, so
I
it
said, you
was
see
easier
this
for
move?
him.
This is a crossover.
That's
Ass
it.
grab. He, what? That's a Kyrie.
Yeah.
He hit it with a Kyrie.
Tween.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
I said, this guy really likes her. Or he really wants the buns. One or the other.
Right.
Nah, I think he really likes her. They have great chemistry. I'm rooting for the side bitch. I'm sorry.
There's comment that says, caught out here sniggling and giggling over a cold one. Because some, they did a thing. They was in the bushes with their long range cameras to catch these 2
really?
ABC broadcasters
Wow.
from afar. Oh, they have pictures of everything. They seen them holding hands in the car.
Yeah.
They have a picture of them holding hands.
Yes, in the car while they were driving. They were
From
holding
above.
hands in the car. Yeah.
From above. They must have been on a roof.
With
Probably had a
drone.
drone or something.
There's something. They might have been following. Yeah, it was like the Ant-Man or somebody was in the car.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. And then zoomed in on it and put it in a circle. Like,
Yeah.
this shit was mad funny.
And the comment, so they have a picture of them kissing and laughing or laughing over beers, right? They're loving their little vacation away. And somebody commented on top of it, imagine somebody making you this happy and having to go back home to your family. Because they're both apparently married, but they're estranged from their spouses. Apparently, they're not allegedly estranged from spouses. But imagine having to you go on this vacation, you're finally free, you're happy. And you have to pack up your shit and you have to go back and lay next to your wife. Can you imagine? A young man commented under this. That used to be my life, man. Used to damn near cry having to leave the love of my life to go home to my wife.
Damn, leave the wife. The fuck?
Niggas don't
It ain't
break
that easy.
up.
Somebody commented under, what do you mean? Explain what happened. And he said, she said, why did you stay? He said, I didn't want to fail at marriage. My parents had been married 41 years, so I know what a successful one looks like. I know it took forgiveness and work. I caught her in an affair 2 years in because I worked in the oil field. She had a lot of free time. Cheating has never been a big deal to me. No way, though. Cheating had never been a big deal to me. No way, though. It just reminded me that I should have never married her in the first place. I only did it because she threatened to take my son from me. After addressing her infidelity, we agreed to an open marriage. LOL. Hold on. It gets better. Well, it was either that or divorce, and it was cool until I fell in love with my girlfriend, and that's where I wanted to be. Shit was most definitely an X-rated Lifetime movie. I didn't leave until I had a work accident, was in ICU for like a month. It was then I realized exactly who I was married to, and I said if I made it out the hospital, I would leave, and I did. Somebody says, okay, so you're with the girlfriend.
Nope.
He says, nah, she dipped while I was in ICU.
The girlfriend?
Yes.
Of his life?
Yes.
Damn.
He says, okay, so I got out the hospital on Christmas Eve after a month in there. Wasn't supposed to get out till like New Year's. I couldn't walk at the time. Wife came home and got me and took me home, dropped me off at home and left me there alone for a few days.
Damn.
So this nigga's been through hell.
The worst.
My dad calls me
This
on
is a
Christmas.
Tyler Perry movie. child.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody said that in the comments.
This is literally Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Oh
Anyway.
God.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to this thing, but yeah, he went through hell. Tried to leave his wife for the love of his life. And the minute he went through some shit, he realized she
That
was
bitch
just.
ain't really fuck with you like that.
That's the way
She
it
was there
was.
for a good time, not
Not
a
a
long
long
time.
time. Hello. Damn.
I wanted to tell that story. I thought it was fun.
Shit is sad. I thought it was fun. It's crazy.
You know, I love a good story. Trav, where are we? 12-2. Here we go. I want to say thank you to Trav and everybody who keeps sending us content and everybody who's, you know, collabing to make sure that we have some things going on here. What the hell is going on with this damn computer? Okay. The Trav speaks about us going viral. Oh, the Jerry Jones picture. LeBron James had something to say. Do you guys want to pull that up, or do you want me to pull it up? No, you don't have it? I'll do it. Okay. It's fine, Millie. I've got it somewhere in here. Okay. LeBron James. Yo, why is that a thing?
Because that little boy, he's like, LeBron James. That shit was mad funny. Ugh, I hate waiting for packages.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people I don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it. I don't agree with.
What
And
do y'all
drop
think?
mic, walk the fuck away.
He dropped mic and walked away,
I
right?
respect it. I respect that a lot, honestly, because
Is
it's
it
the truth.
Is it him saving face or whatever, like what's it called?
Because of his backlash about the things that he said about Kyrie?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think that's part of it. I think he probably knew that he had to be. He probably regretted some of the things that were said. You got to think about it. Like, these people, like LeBron, although he's socially active and he's like outspoken on a lot of issues, he's still a basketball player. And all the time, quite often, I'm not saying like in a shut up and dribble way,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
saying like you're not a politician. You're not like trained and groomed to talk about this shit all the time.
Neither was
So
Trump.
for him to say a comment that he probably regrets in retrospect, I'm sure is not uncommon, because he's not like trained to always speak with, you know. And
You think that he didn't mean what he said about Kyrie?
I
is
don't.
what
I
you're
think that he regrets it. I think that he regrets it because since then he's been doing nothing but coming to defend Kyrie, and I think that the tone at that time was like, oh yeah, you know, Kyrie should apologize, right? But nobody really thought about it. In the heat of the moment, he probably didn't think about how big this was going to be. And then the backlash that Charles Barkley and Shaq got for calling him an idiot, and LeBron found himself on the wrong side of this issue, and I think he regretted that.
Josh, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if I think that he regretted it. I think that he spoke his truth and his opinion of the matter, but sometimes I think in the black community, when one of our own is being held to the fire, we don't want anybody to add fuel to the fire. I don't think that what LeBron said about Kyrie was necessarily wrong. I think that within the timing, it seemed like everybody was kind of like jumping on him and kind of like beating him while he was down. But I feel like LeBron has always been very vocal about his stance on many things, which is how he got into the whole shut up and drivel conversation from years ago. I don't think that this is anything new for him. And I appreciate the fact that he's calling out vocally, publicly, the contradictions of the media and how they treat one and don't treat the other. And I also like the fact that he was just like, I don't even want y'all questions now because you had matching. You didn't do it. So I just want to show you your hypocrisy to your face. And that's the end of the sentence. I applaud that, actually. I think that that's masterful. And I also feel like we should not, I feel like in this country we put too much stake in other human beings. Like, oh, if you're a politician, you can speak about this, and if you're not, you can't. But we had Trump as a president. You got Herschel Walker out here talking about whatever the fuck he be talking about. And like, I feel like a lot of people shouldn't speak. I feel like Mitch McConnell, he's half dead. He should never speak. I feel like Ted Cruz should never speak. And these are politicians. So I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be a politician that have an opinion on certain things. Like, nah, fuck that.
No.
There's more niggas in the hood that make more sense than Mitch McConnell.
I agree with you. I just brought up the politician because they were trained and groomed.
No, they're not.
For the most part, a good politician. I know a lot of really good politicians. They are trained and groomed to speak and to not say certain things and to say certain things, and they have a way of dancing around topics without, that's why the term politically correct exists, because there's a way to answer certain questions. In retrospect, he could have handled the Kyrie situation a little bit better. He didn't have to throw Kyrie under the bus.
You don't realize that we still niggas, and that LeBron is the face, and they made him, like, yo, what are you going to say? Are you going to denounce this? And I think that was a very purposeful denouncement, what he said. He didn't dance around it. He didn't say, yo, like, it was I don't agree with what he said. It was wrong. I don't, you know what I mean? I think that he needed to do that to protect his business and to protect his legacy as far as the face of the NBA at that time, especially being somebody that was connected to Kyrie in his history. I agree with you on the fact that he probably didn't know how far it was going to go and it was going to be taken in that way. I think that, he did what he felt he had to do as LeBron. My problem with that, though, is like, we hold our own, like they calling him a coon and all of this shit because of that, but you don't know the shit that he got to go through over there. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't be having shit to lose.
Right.
And y'all be saying, oh, you got to do this. You have to do this because you're black. It's like, yo, I worked mad hard to be where I am right now. The nigga put me and everybody else around him in a fucked up position. I don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
This is not some shit that I'm out here doing. I'm doing other shit that's mad helpful to the community. I'm doing mad other shit, bro. Like, listen, I got to do this right now just because I work with Jewish people and they're very upset. And you want me to come join and be like, yeah, well, y'all aren't the original Hebrews. Sorry. I still want to do business with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is something they've been fighting for fucking decades. Or these religious wars. Centuries, or however it's been. Of course, they don't want to get involved with that shit. You just said I play basketball. Yes, I do. But I also have this business, that business, this business, that business within this. And I'm still a black man. And they will do what they did to you, to Kanye. Kanye's bugging, by the way.
Who?
That nigga's bugging.
Wow.
No,
for the
but I
record.
don't even know that nigga, bro.
Who?
Wow.
Who is that nigga now?
His name is Ye.
I don't
Kanye?
know who that nigga is.
That's the nigga who albums I bump. Ye?
Who's this nigga, bro?
I'm disgusted and
But are we
mortified.
mad over the things he's saying about the Jewish
Nazis?
people? Bro, this nigga's crazy.
Or is he? He's gone. This is my problem with Kanye. My problem with Ye, and it's going
So
to
we're gonna do that now.
continuously.
So
be
now
my
we're
problem.
yaying him. Are we?
Yeah,
Cause
I'm not.
I'm kind of with that.
I'm yaying him. I'm not.
I'm with that.
Yeah, that's not his. This is Ye. My problem with Ye
let's lock that
is.
He's not
Yeah,
Kanye.
no.
He's Ye.
That's
Okay.
not the same nigga from College Dropout.
So I can listen to Kanye.
I still listen to Kanye.
Can't
I
fuck
don't
with
fuck
Ye.
with Ye.
Nah, I can't fuck with Ye. Okay, I just want to make sure that we make
Life
this
of
comparison. I just
Pablo?
want to understand where we're going with
Life
this. All
of
right.
Pablo was his last album.
That was it.
That was the last
Oh,
album.
he died after that. He transitioned.
That was his funeral
It was
album.
a funeral album. It
And
was
that
a
whole
funeral
shit
album.
was a funeral
It was very
album.
gospel-y too.
It was, yeah, that was his funeral album. Kanye ascended.
He went up in the ultralight beam.
Right.
He went up. He transitioned.
The aliens came and then whatever.
Go ahead, dog.
But your boy Ye,
What?
I am disgusted and mortified. There were good things about the Nazis.
The Nazis?
Nazi Germany?
Yo.
And this is my problem. This is my fucking problem. Cause niggas don't fucking read.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Niggas don't. You can't be a black man and say that there's no. Excuse me. Let me school you really quickly. Hitler hated the Jews, gypsies, homosexuals, disabled people, and black people. He killed hundreds of thousands of gypsies and homosexuals, black people, and disabled people. He felt like disabled people were a waste of humans. If a child was born disabled or had any type of mental issue, disorder, or anything of the sort, they were to be exterminated because they were they're not
Perfect,
a great
right.
batch of a person. As a black man, to say that there were good things, Hitler would have murdered you. Not only because you're black, because I'm pretty sure you're also disabled.
Yo, are you? Why doesn't she go viral for these things? Why is it always me and her correct? This is great. This is great stuff right here.
I love
Just
it.
called him a retard. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
God damn!
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Yo.
Yo!
Yo.
There's I can never win on this show. God damn. Nope. Nobody's gonna get your man.
This is what it is. Y'all brought it. This is what y'all wanted.
I hate it here.
Trav has another submission here from the Devil's
And now we gonna go viral again for the wrong reason.
Ad Podcast. And the caption is, "Are black billionaires doing enough?" I thought this was interesting to bring up after the LeBron
Are black
conversation.
billionaires doing enough? What are they supposed to be doing?
Well, we'll see what they say. You know, Kanye, he's definitely done enough.
Who?
He's done
Oh,
enough.
yeah, my bad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's see if I can get this up.
I'm very disappointed in our black billionaires, whether it's Kanye or Jay-Z or
Umar.
Beyonce, whether we want to go to Oprah or Tyler Perry or Sean Puffy Combs or LeBron James. Not a single black billionaire has built a relevant institution for black people yet.
Are
They
you
have
fucking
attached
dumb?
their names to charter schools, but charter schools are owned by the state. That's not a black institution. Those are state institutions.
What about Jay-Z with prison reform?
What has he done with prison reform? Now, I saw them change the law so that hip-hop artists cannot be held accountable for their lyrics that they put in their music cannot be used against them in the court of law. And I'm not even sure if that's a good thing, to be honest, because if you're rapping this type of stuff, you need to be held accountable for it or change the content of your music. Just saying I'm involved in prison reform means nothing. what law have you changed yet? If y'all know of one, let me know.
Because I know with prison reform, they did like open up old cases.
Okay.
People that was like, they got locked up, but a crime they didn't commit or didn't do.
That's not prison reform, no. That's tokenism. Let me give you an example. When Donald Trump was towards the end of his year, he commuted a lot of sentences, including Lil Wayne. He threw his case out. We go to Detroit with our brother, who's the former mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick. He released him out of prison, right? But that's tokenism. You know why? Because I chose you. I'm not doing nothing about what your people are going through.
Okay.
I'm just going to single out Kwame Kilpatrick. I chose you. I'm not doing nothing about your people, but I'm going to single out Lil Wayne. We have to be careful to not allow tokenism to substitute for systemic measurable change. I'm very disappointed in our black people.
Man, I don't like conversations like this because of the simple fact all of the billionaires that he named, for the most part, have done a lot to help black people. Just because they haven't done it the exact way that you would have liked for them to do it, okay, you become a billionaire and do it your way. Do it your fucking way. I could understand if you was like, yo, they've made billions and they've never reached back a hand to help anybody. I could see that type of criticism or disappointment. But you're like, well, they didn't do it specifically this way that
Remember
it
me and you
needed to
had
be
this
done.
conversation about the protests? I was yelling,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
come
yeah.
out to protest.
Right.
And he was like, dude, I teach kids. Like, and Dodge is in school this week saying that you spoke about how the empathy, I can't remember the conversation that you said you had with them. Like, we all do different things within our communities. You're expecting them to do, like, to be Dr. Umar?
But the problem that I have with that is, of the list that he gave, I feel like everybody on that list has a school. And you are a nigga that's trying to open a school. So how are you different than them? Because you're creating the curriculum, but your school is literally only for black males, black cis heterosexual males. So you're still within your own advocacy. You're still isolating a whole population of your people, because black gay people are still black people. So they are still your people. Black women are still your people. And your school is only for black males, black boys. And it's rooted in patriarchy. Now, don't get me wrong. I fucks with Umar. I don't know if a lot of people know that about me, but I do.
Me too.
I don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth, but I do believe that his heart is in the right place, and I do believe that he is trying to affect change within his people. In my opinion, from teaching for 7 years, charter schools are better than public schools. One, it's better to open a charter school because you have more autonomy on the curriculum. In public school, if you open public schools, you don't have any autonomy over that curriculum. That is set by the state. And there are so many different types of curriculum and programs and stuff like that I feel like would benefit our students more, but they don't have access to it when they are in public school. And then to double down even more so on that, you're talking about people that you want. I don't want LeBron James to build a curriculum. He has a high school education, and that's nothing against him. It's not that he's not probably a great person. He's a smart person. I feel like he's an intellectual in his own way, but you're not in academia. I don't want fucking Puffy to build a curriculum. I don't want none of these niggas to build a curriculum. I want you to open up a school and hire the academics and buy the curriculum that you feel is going to help these children and continue to grow and manifest these children and their growth. Oprah was one of the first to open up a school in an all-girls school. She opened that shit up back at home, the place where Umar keep telling us that we need to fucking go. So I'm trying to understand.
I understand where he's coming from. And for the record, I fuck with Dr. Umar too, but I totally disagree on this point. But I feel like what he's saying is, like, if you open a charter school, you are still bound by certain restrictions.
All schools are bound by restrictions. They should be.
There are a lot of private schools that's way different.
And it's
one that I taught at this week.
The
one that I taught at this week is a private school. They do their own thing. They shit is completely different than anything I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
In what ways?
In ways like, there's like, first of all, I'm teaching a class that has 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in the class. That's for one thing, right?
I hate that. That doesn't sound good
It
at
is a
all.
little bit different. Also, the fact that I'm teaching there for an entire week. They have what's called studio week, where a specialist will come in and they'll build a rocket or some shit. And my job was to have them build a playlist or whatever. And they did a performance, and the school gave me full creative autonomy. I had to send in a curriculum, of course. But it was just like the whole culture of that school is just different, yo. They have like couches and bean bags in the classroom and carpet, and they have their shoes off. But it's just like, those just minor things. I can't even do a full deep dive, right?
You did great.
But my whole point is like, what Dr. Umar is saying is like, yo, we need our own shit without any input from them. Charter schools are public schools still. They are still public schools.
They are.
So to open a charter school is better, like you said, but it's not. He's obviously a black nationalist. He's a little bit more extreme, and I understand his thinking. I've learned a lot from the way that he thinks. But again, like, you can't expect everybody to be as extreme as you. I appreciate who you are. Go ahead and raise $1 billion and do it your way.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. But the thing is, with private schools, and the reason why I'm happy that these black people that are trying to build up their communities did not open up private schools, because private schools is private funding, and that's why private school children have to pay tuition. We can't afford it. We need charter schools where we can have a certain level of autonomy, but it still be open to the public in a certain way, if that makes sense. Because I would be more mad if Diddy opened up a private school in Harlem and the fucking tuition is $10,000 a year. Like, bitch, who can afford this? Are you gonna pay for the school, pay for everything in the school, create the curriculum, pay the teachers, and you're gonna pay for the kids to go to the school too? That's impossible.
I just want to know, would y'all send y'all kids to Dr. Umar school?
No, I would send my kids to a school like that, but not his school.
Why not? Why not his school?
Because I have a daughter, so she can't go.
If it was open to women, to little girls.
He's a little bit too extreme for me. I think that there needs to be a balance. That's the type of school that I would need to read that entire curriculum front and back, because I need to know what you're about to teach my kid. Because it's very important for us to learn about us and our history that is detached from trauma or American trauma. But it's also important to learn about the world and learn about other people and other cultures and other experiences. It's important to read different types of literature. It's important to be a well-rounded student. I don't feel like from everything that I've heard of what Umar wants to do with this school, I don't know how well-rounded of students these are going to be. I feel like he's a black nationalist that is about to breed more black nationalists. And that's fine in a sense, but it can come off real ignorant if it's not done the right way.
I agree 1,000%. He's too extreme. I believe that he would be breeding black nationalists. There's a lot of things that I agree with. I agree that the black family dynamic is important, that black men should marry black women. I think that that's very important for the advancement of our people, right? However, I'm not going to be as extreme as him. I also believe that love is love, and I would never force that on any children. Be like, yo, you can't be with no white woman, or, you know, you can't be with a white man, like,
or gay.
Be with who the fuck you want to be with.
You can't be gay.
Right, you can't be gay. Like, nah, I wouldn't send my kid to a school like that. He's too extreme. I respect his ideals. I even agree with it. But to put it into practice, to Dodge's point, you're raising black nationalists in your one singular extreme way. It's kind of cultish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want nobody. All right, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna bypass this one because listen. I'm toning it down.
Do it and put it on Patreon. Do
Absolutely not.
I really want to hear what you have to say.
I just don't think he smells good. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, I used to know somebody, and I
don't want
I was talking about them one day, and I was telling my homegirl, I was like, he mad cute or whatever, but he smell like a thrift store, and she was like, I know exactly what that smells like. Like, you know that.
I know
smell.
that school would stink.
Yeah. Nah, it's not. I think it's gonna be mad like oils and incense and shit.
And all natural deodorants and shit.
Not all natural deodorants.
That's a sweaty ass school right there.
Hope they got good ventilation.
Yeah. We go into another topic here. No damn segue whatsoever. Thanks, Trav. No segue whatsoever. Just what is confidence?
And I hear a woman say, because this has actually happened to me recently, I really loved your content until you talked about the sex worker thing. And I said, why? You a sex worker? And she's like, well, I have an OnlyFans. And I said, well, why do you have an OnlyFans? She said, because I was heavy set and now I look good. And now I want to show my body off because I want to show I'm confident now. And I realized that that's not confidence. That's the weakest individual. You know what confidence is? Confidence is somebody who doesn't need to participate in what everybody else is doing to feel accepted. That's what confidence is. I hate when women be like, I show my body because I'm confident. No, you're not. You show your body because you're weak-minded like all the others that show in their body. Because if you were confident, you would know you wouldn't need to do that. And I hear a woman say, because this is actually...
Because that type of confidence that's not real confidence. That's a need for validation.
You need that attention. You need that validation.
Let me find out I'm agreeing with that man that y'all know he get on my nerves.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. The confident woman is the big girl.
Facts.
That's out here
Bad
doing
bitch.
her. Fuck you gonna tell me?
Wear whatever the fuck she want to wear. Do whatever
Wear
the
bright
fuck
colors.
she want to do.
She don't give a fuck about none of that. She ain't trying to hide none of that shit. Wear black all the time. She's outside. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I kind of agree with him on that. What you got?
I agree. Like confident, and even if it wasn't a big woman, a confident woman that slimmed down or whatever, is like I don't have to show it off. Like that's not confidence to show that off. Like like that's the opposite of confidence.
Now
Like,
hold on, I do have a question.
What happened, Mel's?
No, someone says big girls show off their body too.
Yeah.
I do have a question. If a woman, because men come with their own set of judgments, for whatever reason, we want women to be a certain way so that they give us wife material. Other than that, you're out, you're in the streets, you're for the streets, right? A woman has done this work. She's lived in a certain way her whole life. She has been insecure about this or that. It's just a natural part of life, right? You can still be confident and be insecure about certain things. It is what it is. She gets surgery. She goes to the gym. She jogs. She eats good. Whatever it may be, she loves her body now. Is her showing it off a lack of confidence for real, or are we kind of being judgy?
I don't think it's a lack. I think the explanation behind it is what makes it a lack. I feel like if you're doing it because that's what you want to do, then you don't have to explain it. But once you throw the explanation in, like, I'm doing this because I'm confident, it's like, are you? Or if somebody asks you. He
questioned her. She didn't pop up with. She didn't pop up with that information for no reason. He questioned her. Why do you do that?
If you ask me, right? If you were to ask me, like, oh, Dodge, why do you wear what you wear? Because I want to and I like it. Period. I'm not going to say because I feel confident when I do this and I'm confident when I do this like this and I'm going to show everything off because it makes me feel confident. Nah, I do it because I like to do it. Period. That's the end of the sentence. Once you get to the deep dive of explaining it, then it seems like, is it really confidence, or do you need somebody to tell you that you look nice, or do you need somebody to feed your ego?
Does it have to be either or though?
It doesn't. Nothing has to be anything.
Because he said it's not this, it's that. And that's what I'm saying. That's an either or thing.
But it's because of the situation. He asked the girl, "Why do you have an OnlyFans?" Now, if I had an OnlyFans, I would say because I'm a teacher and I'm poor, send the bread.
Right.
Like, but this person is saying because I used to look like this, now I look like that. So now I'm confident and I'm showing it off, and that does not exude confidence to me once you explain it that way.
To me, okay, I could understand how you could be exuding confidence by wearing what you want to wear, skimpy outfits all day. But the OnlyFans that's no longer confidence. Like if you just wear, scantily clad clothes, whatever, skimpy outfits, I get that. That's confidence. But the OnlyFans part, to your point, Dodge, like, nah, that's different. That's now you're seeking attention.
You seeking attention and
like
validation.
Extra attention.
Yeah, like
and validation.
Yeah,
yes.
like you need somebody like, pay to see me. Tell me how beautiful I look. Send me a DM. It's just like, because if you're really confident, it doesn't fucking matter. Why you got that man on that screen?
We have one more topic before we get into this week in these
bitches,
niggas, and bitches.
Hoes.
Kendra doesn't want sons to be like their father, Jock.
Oh, young Jock.
Did you see this? Do you know what this is?
I didn't watch the video. I watch things in silence.
Everybody ain't did what you done did.
Hey, you right.
Exactly.
Everybody ain't did
so
what you
don't
did.
don't try to. I know, but don't try to normalize.
I'm not.
What you have
I
done.
absolutely am not. What I'm
Like
saying.
your life is not normal.
I'm
It's not
saying,
no model that I want Amir to follow, Amani to follow, Cadence to follow.
Okay.
Not.
Okay.
And I don't think their mothers would either. So let's be honest.
So
Okay.
So what are you saying? What is that saying about me? I'm your husband.
Well, I'm
and
just-
you basically saying you wouldn't want my sons to be like
I
me.
would
I'm
not. I
successful.
would not want
I'm
them to
successful.
have
I
as many
take care of my
children.
kid. Okay.
And I would not want
So
them
what?
to have all of these different situations. That's not something I would
I
want for
understand.
them.
I don't necessarily want that for them either.
Okay.
But don't
I do
sum,
want- I
but
want
don't
them to have-
sum me up just in the fact because
I'm
I
not.
got kids. Because let me tell you something.
It's not just because you have children.
I'm gonna say it like this.
It's not just because you have children.
Everybody.
Jesus, this is what I be talking about. The way you be talking to each other. It's like there's not a better way to speak to each other. Like that's nuts.
Their relationship is very odd, but that's not
Well, that's what they showing us because
Yeah.
then they apologize to each other or whatever, did post or whatever about love.
I saw that
but,
too, but
Trump, you
I
wouldn't
agree.
feel a way?
I don't
If-
feel away. I think that's a common narrative that even men have. Like, yeah, I'm doing all this so you don't have to grow up the way I grew up and do the things that I did. Like, that's common. Like, a lot of niggas don't want their sons or daughters to be like them or to make the same mistakes they made or to have the same lifestyle. Like, hell no.
You wouldn't feel a way if your wife said that to you though?
It depends on which tone. Like, you're talking about my character? Are you talking about who I am as a person, that character and
Talking about the
integrity?
tone that's
That's one thing.
in
But
this.
if the mistakes that I made, like maybe I got too many baby mamas, I have too many
that nigga
kids,
got
my family
like
structure,
9 baby mamas.
my family structure is not ideal. Yes, I would want you to do something different than what I did.
So you would not mind if she spoke like that to you?
Again, the tone would have to be a little
Stop
different.
running. And this tone that this woman spoke to her husband on these mics outside.
I didn't see no problem with it.
None.
In the short context of what it was,
Yes. It is.
I
what
understood
it is.
what she was trying to say. Yeah.
Okay. Dash.
I understood exactly what she was trying to say too. I think that he took
I would have
it.
cried in my car.
Well, we know that about you.
I would have cried in my car.
But what you have to notice is she's not, like Trump said, she's not talking about his character. He's
We would have
talking
been
about
in the
his
Uber
decisions.
X on the way back. I'd have been against the window like this, looking out by myself. I'd have been like, "You want something to eat?" What?
Because of the tone for you?
It's not the tone. It's
the truth.
I
That
feel
nigga got, like,
judged. Like you,
14
my
baby
husband. All right.
mothers.
So you married me. So what?
I married you, but just because I married you does not mean that I want my sons to make the decisions in life that you have made.
You said that in a way that is, I can digest that. The way
not
she said it, I
everybody
wouldn't
speaks
want
like
my
me.
sons to be like you.
Yeah.
That hurts.
But
That's a different.
That is definitely hurtful.
It's the way you say it. It's because the message can be. I can digest it,
Yeah.
right? You saying it like that. That brings this. That's a lot.
But
That
she
hurts.
clarified it
Especially for
after.
my kids, my sons. You don't want them to be like their dad. That's
No.
like.
She clarified it after. She didn't say like word for word what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like we don't mean by. She didn't say like, oh, I don't mean your character. But she basically was like, look how many kids you have. Like that's what she was talking
Yo,
about.
you
Look
got
how many
kids,
situations
kid.
you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That nigga Jock has mad baby mothers.
He was the first Future.
Yeah, and then he had like kids. He was the first Nick Cannon because he had kids like back to back, and then he got like twins with one, then had another one, then went back and had another one with the other one. And it's like he got mad because I remember when the fucking other girlfriend, the big one that he was like, that was like his realtor, and she was like, yeah, you
right.
baby mama number 5 or some shit like that. That's
She
when I
was fire,
started
though.
calling people that, and I.
Shout out to
tell
young
bitches,
to the
so
big
you baby
one.
mama number 3, huh?
Shout out to Young Jock's big one. You big fire.
I don't remember who she. I didn't remember
She
her name.
was fire.
But
That's the one that had to fight, right?
yeah, the one that hit Carly Red in the head with the bag.
Nah, she was fire.
Bitch.
She's fire. I love her.
I liked
zesty,
her.
angry
Yeah,
bitch.
she was like intelligent, but she had like a little attitude with
Yeah,
her. I
she
liked her
had
too.
swag. I loved her.
But that was back when I used to watch that show. I can't
Yeah.
digest it anymore. But I think that he was more so offended, and I feel like he's the type of person from what I've seen over the years on these shows that the accountability for his actions offends him. So it's like, what you mean? But I'm successful, but I take care of my kids. So why you wouldn't want my kids to be like me?
Any man
No,
would
nigga,
feel like
I don't
that.
want my kids
It's
to
the
be like
way
you.
you said it. It's not.
That's how
like,
she meant that shit.
There's more to me than just that. Like explain exactly what you're saying, because not be like me. That's very hurtful. And yes, I would have cried in my car. Definitely. And I think that I would never tell a mother that she's a bad mother or that I wouldn't want my kids to be like her. I would not do that. And
Even if it's true.
I know one mom that's out here that we've heard of, seen in our circles. That is,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
like that one there. I'd be like, bro, but I don't think I would still tell her. I don't think I would say that to mother, but I think that women say it to men all the time. I didn't even say it just now.
But you would say it behind her back.
I wouldn't say it to her. I feel like
I
feel like the
we
respect
have a
for
little bit
motherhood.
More audacity, though.
I feel like y'all don't give a fuck about men's feelings. Y'all don't give a fuck. There's a way to say things that can be, but you don't care.
Facts.
There's a way for me to tell a mother you can do better in this and with the raising and the way you carry yourself, whatever, where I won't go to, you're a horrible mother. Yeah. I don't want my kids to be like you. I wouldn't do that. Y'all will hit a nigga right there and leave it in there. Boom!
She could have delivered that way better. And
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
The message is fine because it's true. I wouldn't want my daughter having mad baby fathers. I mean, unless that's what she wouldn't do. I don't care. Whatever she wants to do. But yeah, I would, but the messaging, the way she said it was just like, damn, and I got to go lay next to you, kiss you, raise a family, and this is how you decided to deliver that? Nah, that shit, I'd have cried in the car. This week, these niggas is really just one nigga. It's him.
Oh, God.
It's him on Alex Jones. It's him standing by Balenciaga. Yo, he is the most. So I was talking to somebody. She's like, but don't you like? He's a legend. This, that, and the other. I said that he is an egotistical, selfish weirdo. Like, and he's doing all of this for attention, and it's all for him. Mm-hmm. This has nothing to do with nobody else. Didn't Balenciaga just drop him?
Yep.
So now, when they're under fire, this is my opportunity.
To get back in.
Hey, guys, we're both canceled. If we unite. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fool.
The fool. I pity the fool.
Because, hey, y'all call me what y'all want. Y'all want to say that I'm talking about him the way Charles Barkley talked about this other guy, Kyrie. It's fine. But he says, I stand by Balenciaga. Yes, we're talking about Ye. I stand by Balenciaga and denounce all witch hunts, and I cancel culture.
You got mad kids. You was mad at Kim for putting your kids on fucking TikTok. Oh, she got on lip gloss. Oh, she looked too grown. Balenciaga's cultural and public charge is about child pornography. You weird, sick, deluded, demented bitch. Is it Uchi Wally or is it One Mike? You mad because Kim put lip gloss on the little girl, but you not mad that Balenciaga got the baby holding a BDSM bear? Are you fucking shitting me? What's wrong with your mans? Don't answer that.
To Tahoe's point, he's very selfish. I don't even think he's mentally unstable. I just think he's that egotistical and that selfish.
Unstable?
That nigga disabled.
I mean, when I say unstable, yeah, he's unstable, but I don't think it's to the extreme where it should be an excuse.
No.
Does he need help? Yes. A lot of people need help. I think one of his bigger problems is how egotistical and selfish he is. He cares about himself.
And he's stupid. Y'all know how I feel about stupid people. I don't like people that don't do due diligence and open their mouth. I cannot mentally sustain that. And I feel like he talks way too much to be so and undereducated.
Mm-hmm. He says, ending trafficking doesn't start or end with the fashion campaign. For Christ's sake, God loves Balenciaga. Love is the answer. Jesus is the answer. praying for all of the innocent artists and beautiful humans who make clothing that had nothing to do with these ads. People's grandmothers work there for Christ's sake. Never turn our backs. Demna, who is the owner of, or the creator or something, Demna, just the one that looks like Satan. And the Balenciaga family for life. Cancel culture. Jesus, please heal. And he's posting pictures in Balenciaga. This nigga is absolutely nuts. He then not only speaks, and I'm not gonna post the Nazi clip, that whole shit, the shit that he did with Alex Jones. I think that a lot of times the internet is sharing too much negative shit.
Yeah.
Like, and you guys said it about slavery and images and shit like that. But I think all of these things that we're doing for clicks is fucking with people's heads. You know what I'm saying? And I spoke to EA about this shit too. Like, yo, bro, when you gonna post a clip, I love the fact that you're helping us go viral and all that, but could you bring it full circle? Like, you just leave it there on like, yo, this nigga's a piece of shit every week. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting the full context of the conversation. We didn't know in none of these conversations that we was talking about men loving their friends with the whole black women thing. Like, nobody knows that. You're just like, ooh, this'll go. And I'm like, you don't see how that's hurting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's great to promote the show, but it's hurting people. You know what I'm saying? When there's a whole, that's not the context of the conversation
At all.
Right. You're just doing shit for Cleveland. And so when we post this type of stuff, it's harmful, but I still gave him a tip because we did go viral 1,000 times. But then he says, Kanye says that says that Chris Paul I know Chris Paul was like, what?
Chris Paul's like, God damn,
fuck, I'm married.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Chris Paul, Slade, because they actually look similar. They have a Chris Paul. If you put them next to next, one looks like the ugly brother, the ugly short brother, and the other one looks like Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, right? Exactly.
Y'all think Chris Paul tapped that?
I think a lot of people tap that. Honestly, and that's not my business.
Even if he did, like, come on, man. Just because
that's mad anti-black.
Just because your boat is going down, you're just gonna take random niggas with you.
Random as fuck.
Because I'm like, yo, it's not like if you were that outraged that he slept with your wife, then you would have said something when it was relevant. You're divorced now. So I don't know at what point this happened, but I'm assuming that it happened a while ago. Or even if it's happening now, it's still weird. Like, why are you throwing Chris Paul under the bus?
He's fucking my wife.
That's your ex-wife now.
So what?
Y'all officially divorced.
If you was fucking my wife, I don't owe you no loyalty.
Why you ain't tell us 3 weeks ago? Why you told us today?
Because I felt like it. I caught him fucking my wife. He was fucking my wife. While she wasn't my wife, whatever. I went over there. Chris Paul's there with my wife.
I don't even.
Did you think it was safe to fuck with my wife?
Yeah.
The way I'll go off on the internet?
Yeah, because you pussy. Because you walked in on it and we ain't see a lawsuit. We don't see a TMZ video, nothing. You a bitch. Because if you saw me in there with your wife, what did you do? Pussy.
Tweet.
Pussy.
Right. I tweeted it.
Cause what
right. This is the way you're handling it?
Yes.
Oh,
now you and your wife have to have that conversation. Like me and mine had to once you left or I left and left you there.
Respectfully, if I was Chris Paul's wife, I would not even address it. Because you have been displaying such psychotic behavior for the last couple. It's not even. I don't think that is even something that would make a
even
big
if it's true?
dent in my household.
Even if it's true,
I'm a lie.
Chris Paul got an easy one.
Yeah,
you gonna believe this?
You
nigga?
gonna believe this nigga? Like,
he's
this
clearly
nigga?
off his meds. Like, come on.
That's
I don't even know no Keisha.
Quick conversation. Like, I don't know no fucking Kiana.
I don't know no Kiana.
I don't know no fucking Kiana. Kiana who? Like what?
Man. Yeah, it was just a bunch of this nigga doing this nigga shit this week.
Sick of that nigga.
I didn't move on.
Why your voice got so deep?
I be doing that to women. Sorry. You see how you reacted? It be working. That shit.
I thought my ears wasn't working correctly. I was just like, what the fuck? Barry White just got reincarnated in the room.
Tanae said she was on her way. I got in my sexy bag. Sorry. This week and these bitches, you get pregnant, it's your fault.
Whose fault? My fault?
Yeah, if you get pregnant, it's your fault.
And when I drop that baby at your doorstep, it's your problem.
Kendra G, I'm pregnant, but I don't think it's by my husband.
Ooh.
I've been bogus for the last 3 months, sleeping with my ex who got out of jail earlier this year. My husband has no idea. I know it would crush him. Well, we've been trying to get pregnant for 4 years and nothing happened. Now that I'm pregnant, I believe it's by my ex and not my husband. But I could be pregnant by my husband. So should I wait until my baby arrives, or should I make my husband aware in advance that our baby may not be his?
You could do one better. You could test the amniotic fluid and get a DNA test while it's inside. It's very dangerous, but you could do that and peace be with you.
Over to Planned Parenthood, baby.
Just going over there.
Just
but
go
it's
on
good
ahead,
to
walk
find
the
out.
aisle.
But y'all been trying to get pregnant for all of this time.
yeah.
It would be go get your amniotic fluid tested. Go DNA test that baby.
All right, hold on. I hear that. I raised you leave your husband.
Nah, I ain't doing
Why
that.
would you fucking with your ex for 4 months? You fucking with him. You bet he's out of jail. She said he's out of jail, right?
Yeah.
You back fucking with him. You pregnant. You having raw sex with the nigga.
Yeah, that's kind of foul.
You're about to have a baby.
Having raw sex with a nigga straight out
and
of
you're
jail.
married.
Crazy.
And you're married. Like, what are you keeping the marriage for?
Bro.
Why are we even thinking about that? Fuck the baby. Keep the baby. Leave the marriage.
I mean, that's
Abort
a
the
narrative
marriage.
that we always talk about. Like, why do people cheat? And that don't mean you want to leave. That don't mean she want to leave her husband.
But raw sex with a nigga straight out of prison is crazy.
That doesn't mean that
bitch
she's
make
making
bad
great decisions.
That
Right?
shit is great.
I'm not saying she's making great
How long
decisions.
that nigga was in there? That nigga was definitely getting his
But
dick
what makes
sucked
you
by
think
a nigga.
she wants
You're
to start
wildin'.
a life with this
wow.
nigga?
Really? No. That was a lot.
She don't necessarily want to start a life with this nigga. She just wanted some
Just
dick.
started. She's pregnant. She literally started a life with this nigga.
By accident.
That nigga busted up and you raw as shit, bitch. You know that's not your husband, baby. 4 years? That nigga ain't, no. That's that other nigga, baby.
I don't know how dangerous that procedure is
It
to
is
get.
very dangerous.
If it's
'cause
very
they could
dangerous,
possibly, break your water or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
so if that's the case, I will wait and you listen, man.
Planned Parenthood is not open everywhere, so you don't even know where she lives. She might not
Honestly,
be able to.
I say keep the baby, leave the marriage, abort the marriage. What, like
But what if
unless
that's the
your
husband's baby?
Right, hope for the best. Keep your fingers crossed. See what
Nigga
happens.
said pray on it.
All right, baby comes out. So baby comes out. It's not his. What happens?
Then you get a divorce.
Then you tell her the full story.
So now
and
you're the
tell him
woman
full
that had
story.
another man's baby in the marriage. You have to walk with that in today's world.
You already
Twitter?
gonna be.
I
So you
mean-
think that she gonna get a full divorce in 9 months? They're gonna probably still be going through divorce proceedings when the baby is born. You got that. You got to eat that regardless.
So all right, best case scenario.
She
from
doesn't
you.
want a divorce. She was trying to have a baby with her husband. She was not trying to. That's nowhere in the situation that she was trying to leave this nigga.
She just.
So she thought that she
her
could get
old
pregnant
dick
and just
came
let the
out.
nigga just nut all over her,
That's
her ovaries.
crazy.
That was a
goes
bad
crazy.
decision in the heat of the moment.
Gosh.
I hope.
Best decision for her to do right now,
Shut the fuck up.
and just stay pregnant, and it is what it is. Come
Deal
out
with it.
looking like Drew, but it's Trom's baby. Motherfucker ain't got no dreads. Nigga don't eat chicken apple sausage. Nigga, don't
Son.
like what the fuck?
Deny. I don't know.
Trom, best case.
Best case scenario, keep quiet and hope that it's your husband's baby.
You gotta pray.
Make the husband think that it's his baby, and then when the shit, it's fucked up. But it's like one bad decision leads to another. Now you
Yeah.
gotta lie and do some dumb shit, right? But because you already made the bad decision, but you might as well keep going at this point, because if it happens that it is your husband's baby, then it's like, all right, good, we all clear, like no issues. You gotta roll the dice on this one. Why tell him that it's a possibility that it ain't his? Because then if it is his, you just said that shit for nothing.
For nothing. Now you really looking dumb.
And do you get points for honesty at that point?
You don't get nothing
No,
for
you don't get no
honesty.
points for that.
You was fucking on a nigga for 4 months.
Thanks for telling me that you fucked your ex that just got out of jail. That was real noble of you to tell me that. Fuck out of here. You don't get no points for that.
Nobility. If you gonna be fucked up,
Melly.
be fucked up all around.
I haven't asked you a question in a while. What do you think a young lady should do if she's been having sex with her ex straight out of prison for 4 months raw and is now pregnant but is married and actually does love her husband? She also loves her ex in a way, or lusts him,
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Toro, what you got? Anything from the back office? They are quiet as they looking at.
They are mortified. Like, this is the question of all the questions you ask us.
I think, is it possible to be in love with two people?
Of course,
it is.
Be in love. In love.
Yeah, you gotta hear both sides.
In love. You can love multiple people. In love, because I feel like in love is it's a stage of love.
It's difficult. I think for Geminis, it's possible.
I think it's possible for Cancers.
I think it's possible for a lot of people.
A lot of water.
So then, yes.
For a lot of people, it's almost like impossible. It's hard to do. It's hard to do for anybody, but I think it's possible. Yes.
What do I think she should do? Melly, you have nothing, huh? Toro, you have nothing?
Not my field of expertise.
It ain't mine either, nigga.
Do you know why he said that, Toro?
Because he's a virgin. I gotta go pee. I can't fuck with y'all.
Wait, let's go to break. I can't.
Not my area of expertise.
I cannot, bro. Yeah. So I was pregnant, but not my husband. There's actually another clip here. That's you get pregnant, it's your fault. It's a whole nother clip. I clicked the wrong link. I know Trav was just over there slamming his rib against the table, like, oh, it's the wrong clip.
Slamming his rib against the table. Oh, I hate you.
So I get a lot of pushback for this opinion. And this is my opinion that if you get pregnant and you're a single mother and it's out of wedlock or whatever, it's 99.9999% the woman's fault. I'll tell you why.
I agree.
As women, we have a million choices. We have 41 forms of birth control. We can require that the men we sleep with wear condoms. We can choose abstinence and to wait till we're married. We can also require marriage before sex. We can also, if we don't do any of those things, you can get a plan B.
I
if
took
that
a plan
doesn't
B, it didn't work.
You can get an abortion.
No, thank you.
I'm not saying I recommend any of these things, but at the end of the day, there was 10 decisions. We also are not in control. We know when we're ovulating, and we have the ability and the choice to track when you're ovulating and not have sex on those days. So at the end of the day, there's 10 choices that you made irresponsibly that got you pregnant. Where the man only made one choice, condom or no condom.
Are you stupid?
After that, it is on you. And when you had 10 choices and he had one, I'm sorry, we have more responsibility.
That's 90% your fault.
She looked like she never had sex a day in her life, so I don't want to listen to her.
You heard him? Yeah.
My milk of magnesia.
Uphold white women on these podcasts.
Y'all are disgusting.
90%, bro.
Okay.
99.9.
Nah, math is 1 out of 10 is definitely 90.
Yeah, all right, true.
Trust her with the math. Josh, no pushback. You just gonna be like, gotta hear both sides.
I don't like bitches that look like they never had sex to tell me about what to do when I have sex. Shut the fuck up. I want her to shut up.
It's deflecting.
Oh, she's had sex.
She ain't have sex with nothing.
So some black man ran up in her before.
You're disgusting. I can't.
Oh, he
really on his shit.
you like fucking Tahoe get all the viral moments.
My honest opinion. I agree with her 75%. I can give her 75. In my honest opinion. We do have a lot of control. We do have a lot of autonomy, but there's nuance to that. We could require that men wear condoms before we have sex. True. But as human beings, sometimes we don't require it because that's not what we want ourselves. Is it irresponsible? Yes. You could also require for men to wear condoms when they have sex, and then they can either oblige or pull a Joe Budden. So then there's that. You could deny sex until marriage. I don't think that works very well in 2022. It's very depending on who that person is, what their morals and their values are. So you can develop a lot of insecurities, feel bad about yourself, feel like you're not worthy, blah 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 blah. Like it's semantics.
I think. Do you have more?
Yeah, I mean, she said a lot of things. You can take a plan B.
All of those things.
The plan B can possibly not work, like mine didn't. You can plan your sex days around your ovulation, but depending on how old you are or how educated you are on your own body, they don't do sex ed anymore. When they do sex ed, kids don't fucking listen. There are grown women that don't know when they're ovulating. So, semantics. Like, I agree with what she's saying.
That's just ignorance, though, at this point. You can't blame things like that on ignorance because you don't know your own body, because there's ways you can find out based on when you have your period.
But there are women that probably never even heard of it. Like, when did you learn about women ovulating?
I just now. I still don't know. I'm just rolling with it.
I learned about it in my mid-20s.
My problem with
this
is
I didn't know my whole time.
I don't want to blame women. I want to say that the lack of communication, because boom, right? Yeah, I could have wore a condom. Like boom, if a woman says to you, Tron, I'm ovulating right now, I'm gonna get a condom. I'm gonna say, I wear a condom. Like I will suggest it. You know what I'm saying? I will suggest like, oh, okay. And she's like, yo, when I'm not ovulating, I can't get pregnant. Right now, I'm ovulating. No problem.
Right.
I'll go get condoms.
Thanks for the heads up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The communication is there, and there's a shared responsibility, and there's also like a shared care for each other when you actually communicate shit like that, right? Because like she said, I'm just fucking with a condom, or just fucking. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't like say I don't like abortions. I'm telling you right now, if I get a woman told me that before. If I get pregnant, I'm having this baby.
I've said
no problem. I'm going to get a condom. It wasn't even her. She was like, "Yo, we could do whatever."
Right.
But if I get pregnant,
you,
I don't believe I'm having to go to get condoms.
And then you move accordingly.
And you move
Exactly.
accordingly.
This maybe ain't the one that I'm gonna pull out on. I'm gonna try a condom. It's a little bit better.
I've also been ignorant enough to hear that and say I hate condoms
and still do it anyway
and jump right in. So I haven't, because I didn't know no better, or I just didn't. I'll tell you what, when at a certain point in my life, I just didn't understand life, like at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just shooting, just, hey, baby.
A lot of people too. And then you also have to realize a lot of single mothers, they don't become single mothers in their 30s. They become single mothers in their teens and in their 20s and their early 20s, when they're not really like you know things, but you don't know everything. Like you have these different, like I feel like a grown woman, they have more confidence to say what they mean and mean what they say and stand by it. But as a young woman, you're impressionable. You can be manipulated. Like there's so many different things, and I feel like to put all of that onus on women alone is not fair.
Y'all are the smart ones. We just said that.
We are the smart ones, but just
And it's
because
your
we're
body.
smart about different aspects of life does not mean that we have the answers for
You trust
everything.
a man with your body?
I foolishly did in my 20s
Then
a lot.
You said a word just now. You foolishly
did.
So this is what I think is, right?
But I was young.
Sex ed, I feel like it's a joke.
It is a joke.
There aren't real life practices in there. We're talking
Nope.
about condoms. We're talking about AIDS. We're talking about this. We're not saying, hey, okay, when you walk into class, hey, go pick up your baby over there.
Like they used to do back in the day.
Like, yo, carry your baby. The whole thing. Oh, your baby needs milk. Oh, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
All right, your practice from now is I want you to go to each class, and in class, you have to make sure that your baby's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that will be a mark towards your grade. You need to take selfies while you feed them at night, this, that, and the other.
And then
so
they
that
should
there's
have a
real
school party
sex education.
and be like, oh, but you can't go because you gotta
have a
take care of your
baby.
baby.
Right.
That's when it'll really hit home.
Real
like,
world
wait,
shit.
Wait,
Like,
what?
No,
You said
but
have
no,
a party
seriously.
and you can't go because you have the baby.
Yes. I
So-
think I
Scared
honestly
straight.
believe that. I believe that there should be more real world practices when you're talking about these classes, but you also have to understand that there are not a lot of schools that even have sex ed. Period. That shit been going.
Well, Trump is in this thing. Anybody out there that's listening, maybe you come up with something like that and contact Trump. He can tell you how to sell these ideas to school. Sorry, Trump, I didn't mean throw you out there like that.
Yeah.
But it's like,
real.
yo, if you're a contractor, you can have this type of business that goes and has these real life, you know what I mean? Things like Trump is can I say you're a DJ? He's a DJ school. He figured out a way. He said, yo, you know, kids like this. You know, this it's something that can be done. You might be able to come up with a system, a program, and get grants from the schools or whatever, to actually teach kids real life things about sex ed, credit, shit like that, where they'll let you come in and say, yo, you know what? All right, I have a real credit class. I want to teach kids how the
I love the
importance of
fact
it.
that my
and this,
school
that, and the other.
teaches financial literacy.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Because we don't be knowing, and like you said, the young girls don't be knowing how to have those kind of conversations.
And you're not having a conversation with your parents. You being raised by the fucking TV, internet, and TikTok. They not telling you the real. I just watched a fucking TikTok today about 2 young girls that went to Miami for vacation for the weekend, and they both came back pregnant, and neither one of them know who the baby father is. And that was the TikTok.
I seen that.
And
that
they
was
thought
the
that
TikTok.
shit
And
was
they
funny.
both pregnant. Yeah. That's crazy. I saw
And
that.
that shit wild to me. And it's just like you're mad young, and you just literally like affected your life in a way that's crazy. You don't even know who the fucking father is. That's bugged out. Both of y'all. Y'all just besties, pregnant, looking dumb.
I know that we have a lot of content that you guys put in the chat. I have this one last one, and it says a woman on TikTok advises women not to look through a man's phone. Something to look for trouble. Y'all ready?
Let's do it. Never read his messages. Go straight to the attachments. The pictures tell the story.
Yo.
Don't let that phone wreck your home. So many times women want to find out, well, who's he talking to? What's he doing? Listen, if a man is a good provider and a good father, stop worrying about what he is doing. As my father once said, that if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And then what you're going to do when you get a hold of it, take that extra time that you want to snoop and invest it in yourself. Go work out. Work with your children. Make your home a pleasant place for you to be and for your children to be. Listen, you cannot miss what you cannot measure. Stop going to look for trouble. Because what you're going to do is you're going to give the keys to your kingdom to the outside woman. Let that cleanup woman stay out there. That's her job, to clean up the leftovers. But remember,
there you go.
What's on this phone can wreck your home.
Exactly.
The choice is yours. Leave it alone.
Exactly. You need to hear more real life discussions.
Fucking black elder women, the way I be wanting to punch these bitches in the fucking
We need real life discussions from people that have been there.
Bad examples of leadership in our community. Niggas said, your husband is cheating on you. Mind your business. Go work out and tend to the children.
Bring your kids with you. She said, bring your kids with you. Take your kids to work, bitch. Stay ignorant.
Stay ignorant. Stay blessed.
Let her clean up the leftovers.
The clean up woman is the woman who... Y'all don't know that song? I spent a lot of time with my grandmother.
I disagree and I agree at the same time. I disagree for the same reasons the child was clowning her about. She's stuck in she's obviously a little bit older, different generation, and she's taking this stance of turn the other cheek.
Ugh.
It's one thing to say don't look through the phone, but it's another thing to turn the other cheek on the act of infidelity, which is what she's implying. I think that is not healthy for anybody. I wouldn't advise my daughter or any woman that I love to do that, right? So, I disagree with that. One thing I do agree with is that, don't look through somebody's phone if you're not prepared to do something with that information that you just got.
I'm arguing and I'm staying.
I think that's, whatever. If that helps in some way, but I feel like I understand what she's saying. Some people are not even emotionally prepared to deal with what they're about to see. It's just like, don't just look without. If that last piece of information before you decide on how to move on with your life there's something missing, and you just need to see it, and you need to to
You need proof.
You need proof just to back up your instincts that something ain't right. Then I get it. You can move on with your life. You could be like, all right, finally now I have the ammo to leave a toxic situation. But if you're gonna just go fishing through the phone and you're not prepared to do nothing, then I agree with her. Don't do it then.
Man, mind your fucking business. Is the food cooked? Did you wash the bathroom today? Yeah. What?
The fact that you said wash the bathroom is blowing my shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you ain't gonna leave, why stress yourself out? If you're not gonna leave, why stress yourself out? Yeah. If you know you're not gonna leave, why stress yourself out? That's all I'm saying. I mean, as Charm said, if you're looking for a reason, if he'd be coming in late, phone be ringing, he don't answer it, he turns shit upside down, he just went too many times, shit like that. It's just like, what is going on over there? You're looking at him, you're like, oh no, that was just Rob. Who's Rob? I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean? Whatever. But if you're fucking just gonna stay and all you're gonna do is just complain and talk to your girls, your homegirls don't want to hear about this shit no more. You ain't leave. They told you to leave 3 years ago. They told you he tried to fuck one of them. You stopped talking to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're not leaving. So what do you keep looking for this shit for? Let her do what she gonna do. Yeah, you have a blended family. You might as well be like, yo, I want to eat some pussy. Like, who is she? I want to eat some pussy. She can come over here.
These babies
so I
here.
know
Come
what's going on over here.
Like,
I need help. This nigga's not a good father anyway. I do everything. He doesn't massage. Do you massage breasts?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need some help, bitch. Ask a nigga why he's being stingy.
I'm just, older black women really just disappoint me sometimes, and that was just a very disappointing take to hear, that they just want to just continue this fucking patriarchy bullshit.
On this week's Shame on You, I don't know if I want to watch this. I don't know what's going on here. The caption is, no, you don't stop, because we don't know what it is. Because I know you're ready to jump out the window. I'm not watching that. No. I know what you're about to do. I don't know what it is. If it is what we think it is, we'll turn it off.
Okay.
Because what the caption says is, what would you do? Man watches 16-year-old take showers.
Oh, I saw that. And that shit is fucking crazy.
So what is it? Is it a video?
No.
Okay.
It's the wife talking about how she found this shit.
When you've been with a man 14 years and you find out he's been watching your 16-year-old take showers. What's going on?
It's a camera in there.
The camera in the light. She put a camera in the light.
Oh, she is shaking.
Oh, he put a camera in the light.
And she found it.
Explain it, cause
there's a
just breathing.
a mother found out that the man she's been living with for 14 years, stepdad to her daughter, has been spying on her 16-year-old daughter in the bathroom with an installed camera.
Yeah, the stepdad makes it even more creepy.
Son, that shit is terrifying.
Are you allowed to murder people for this?
Unfortunately, in this country, not, and I don't know why. Because you have to go through the whole judicial system because...
Oh, if you actually kill him, that means that you're more toxic than him just watching your daughter take showers.
I wouldn't kill him.
What would you do?
Maim.
Cut his dick off.
I would maim you. I want you to live. I want you to live. Live.
So you cut his dick off.
But you're not going to be
Didn't Lorena Bobby
whole.
go to jail for that?
I was going to say, you
She
going to go
out.
to jail?
I'll do a couple years for mine. It's cool.
Because you'd be a hero, actually. You walk through that system. I could see Dodge.
You gonna be a hero to your daughter that don't got no.
She's 16. She got 2 years. She's gonna be in college. She
grown now?
be alright.
She don't need you.
I got a support system.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure y'all will make sure that my child is okay.
You
if
find
I
out
murder
somebody is doing this. What do?
I understand the instinct to want to kill him or maim him, but yeah, you don't want to fuck up your own life.
Trom, you want to beat up a crackhead for stealing a toaster from in front of your house.
I didn't want to kill him.
You want to beat up a crackhead.
I didn't say kill. I said maim.
For
He's
taking
gonna live.
a toaster from in front of your house. You was like, yo, I'm about to do something to you. I walked up to you and had to take Get the toaster.
I wasn't going to do anything to the extent where I would have had.
You don't know what a
face
physical
some
altercation
charges.
leads to. You don't. But the minute you put your hands on somebody, that's an assault. That's one thing. Your daughter.
Lorena Bobbitt didn't even go to
is
jail.
16
She was
years old.
acquitted of her crime, and she did 45 days in a mental hospital. I could do that. I can plead insanity real quick. I lost my mind.
I think so.
I lost my mind.
I don't see somebody doing that to my daughter, and I just call the police.
Like,
I don't know.
Fuck the police.
Maybe I don't know. I'm pretty sure no. Yeah, nah.
Nah, it's a no.
What am I living for? What am I living for? If like,
not
what's
to
the
protect
point?
my children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what's the point of any of this stuff? To say I can wake up tomorrow and go about my day?
I don't know what I would do, honestly.
Cause yeah.
I might wild out.
Yeah,
as you should.
You see how I was eating these raisins? I'd have been sitting there just playing this. You see how nonchalant I was just sitting there? That's exactly how to be playing in his blood. I'd probably slapping him in his face with his testicles. You see what you did?
I might wild out.
Did you,
like
did
to
you
your
have
point,
fun with
Tal,
this?
I have a temper. I'm the real calm. I'm very peaceful.
That's what I'm saying. You want
But
to
if
fight the crackhead.
You bring something to my doorstep, then I'm no longer rational. Like, so I can't sit here calmly and be like, oh yeah, I would call
Trump,
my daughter.
you have a bad temper.
Yeah.
In the house, they're in your house, and they're acting ignorant.
You put the step.
There's a camera in your light
in your baby
bathroom.
shower. Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
I
nah,
wouldn't
hurt
chop
somebody.
his dick off. I would chop it in half because I want you to remember that there used to be something else there. And then while you bleed out a little bit, then I'll burn it so that it heals.
See,
That's a bit much.
And then there's no attempted murder charges or nothing. Like you can't even bleed out because once you burn it, then it heals it. Yeah.
You're definitely gonna be in mental institution for long.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And that
Much
just
longer
popped
for
in my head that quickly.
Cap or no cap?
If anybody ever just needs torture tactics, I have a bunch in the back of my head.
We see.
And that came so quick. Like it just happened just now. That was so like organic. I'm like, but I don't want you to bleed out and die.
Cap or no cap?
I'm sorry. I'm still sitting here thinking of horrible things to do to people. What if you chop it off?
Dear
and throw
black
a little salt
people,
on it?
the top of the refrigerator is not a shelf.
Fuck you, bitch. Yes, it is.
Yeah, like who the fuck?
Fuck
who is that?
outta here.
A white person wrote this. Is racist. A white person had to write this. This is definitely racist.
Because if it's not, then what is there for? That's
What's the
mad
point of having
space.
the whole top of the refrigerator for?
That's crazy.
It doesn't make no sense.
That's mad anti-black.
Yeah, you need to get yourself checked for even thinking that. It's dumb. And the other laughs, ha ha ha. You're laughing at yourself. This is an Android emo. Oh, it's an Android emoji.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. At Rotimi something says, some of you need to add some R&B to your playlist. How can your top 5 just be bullet music?
Yo, no fucking cap.
Music.
This is what's wrong with the youth right now. They don't have no love songs. They don't have nothing to like tap into their soul. Fucking crazy.
Computers
people.
wasn't a love song? Computers was definitely a love song.
That was a song about murder.
Yo, I force kids
All
to.
these social networks and these computers.
Got these niggas walking around like they some shooters. And then Bobby said, you want to talk shit and run your mouth? You want to see my black ass right in front of your house? The nigga said, I'm about to be sliding over the fucking car like Tom I think I'm Tom Cruise. But bitch, I'm Bobby with that too. That is a song about murder.
Wait, can we talk about Bobby real quick?
No. No Bobby slander. No Bobby slander. No. No Bobby slander.
I just
that nigga
want
is a
better
sick
for
bitch.
us, man.
He was selling crack since like the 5th grade. How much better did you think he was gonna be? Crack?
I just feel like he's done such a good job saying like, "Yo, I'm out. I left that shit alone. I'm dancing now.
But
I'm
he's
chilling
still
now,
who
this
he
and the
is.
other."
And
Yeah, bro.
No Bobby slander. Let's go cap or no cap. If I can't talk
let's
about
leave
the
it
way that
alone.
I would torture a fucking pedophile, we're not gonna talk about Bobby.
Cap or no cap? Some of you need to add some R&B to your playlist. How can your top 5 just be bullet
agree.
music?
No cap, absolutely.
Seriously?
Hell yeah.
You can't just. All right.
No, it's not good for your brain.
At Tahoe TV, what? Oh yeah, them dudes from the Middle East don't give a fuck about nothing. They come to hoods people don't even want to visit their family in, set up shop on every corner and start getting money. Like, fuck out of here. Cap or
No
no cap?
cap.
No cap.
Son, they will put a store, and they selling weed now. They don't give a fuck. Like, you think about that.
In any hood.
They selling weed. Right? Where it's niggas on there that was getting money for mad long. And he's like, oh, we selling now. What? Like, these niggas is, they are nuts. And I'm telling you right now, I remember once, one of them got into a fight around the corner. They was fighting for a minute. And dudes, it was like two of them on him. They was from the block. Beating the dude up, right? Yemen, I guess he's from. Son, he came back to work the next day. Face was like Quasimodo. And was right there, bandaged up, doing his thing. We could do it again. He didn't care. He wasn't on some, most he said was fuck y'all. Like, he fuck us. Like, he had an attitude with us. But it was more like, yo, we laughing at him or whatever. But he was like, fuck y'all, what you want? Get on my store. We could do it again.
They built different.
They
built different.
They come here with a different type of sense of urgency. You know what I mean? To get shit in order. Like, they're willing to make sacrifices that we all spoiled.
I would
and
never.
entitled.
Would you have a corner store in East New York? Stand there every day?
No.
Be there every day. Getting money.
Yeah.
No,
and that's nuts to me. I'm like, yo, they deserve a lot of fucking respect, bro. The way they are. So that's why I thought I was in the middle of somewhere the other day. I was just like, he's just right here. He don't give a fuck. That's nuts.
It's crazy over here.
Cap and no cap. I be wanting to help people argue so bad. Y'all don't be saying the right stuff.
Son, no fucking
I be needing help. No cap.
No fucking
Help me.
cap, yo. I love it when my friends hit me up and ask. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Let me get you in this right now. You bet you win this argument, because I don't argue in my house.
Like you. Not because you're a black woman.
Hey, yo, Tanae, call me. Let's talk.
Yeah, right? Please
Team
keep
up.
away from her. At TZ So something. Fuck sex. Can I turn my game on without you sucking your teeth at me? Cap or no cap?
Nah, no cap. Let niggas have their moment. My niggas is playing fucking Fortnite today, shooting shit in my head, and I slept right there. Just went right to sleep. Fuck
Fire. Fire.
Have fun, nigga.
Tron?
No cap.
Yeah,
Y'all be so mad. But then I guess niggas do be playing them games for like days.
Yeah.
And weeks.
It's like you have to have a balance.
Yeah.
So
Like
that's
you
the
can't.
thing.
Yeah.
But this is what they do. That's it. It's what they do.
That's
come
why
home,
I can't be with a
smoke
nigga
weed,
that only
be on
game.
the game.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Even if he got a job, come home, smoke weed, be on the game. Come home, smoke weed, be on the game. Smoke
Yeah.
weed.
I dated
Be
a
on the
nigga
game.
like that once, and I realized that
Toro
I
said.
can't date gamers anymore.
Now, how did I get in this?
That nigga used to FaceTime me. Like, I'll be in my crib chilling, watching a movie or some shit. The nigga used to FaceTime me. We would talk on FaceTime for 5 minutes. He would prop the phone up and be on the headset playing and catch an attitude with me if I hang up. Like, go do that. But he's like, but I didn't speak to you all day. Bitch, because you've been on your game for 8 hours. So what the fuck what do you want from me? And I stopped dating gamers ever since.
There's a lot of shit that is absolutely fine when you're single. When you get into a relationship, it's just a little different. You just gotta be a little more considerate of your free time. You gotta share some of that free time with another person.
It sucks.
It's about balance. It does suck.
It sucks. I mean,
wrong with y'all?
honestly, I get it though. You know what I'm saying? I get you having to be present in a fucking relationship. But damn, it's like, yo, I'll be liking you around. Why you can't just be around while I still do what I do?
Why you can't do what you do in the privacy of your home when I'm not here? When I'm here, I don't think that that's the time for you to
So
do.
now I can't
your
do
hobby.
what I want to do. What am I supposed to do while you're here?
Interact with me, talk to me.
I-
We could play
we were on the
games.
phone.
We
I'm
could
still
watch a
talking to you.
movie.
Do shit that we both like.
Why don't you fucking get a game? Bust your ass.
I don't like playing games.
That's
You be
an option.
Spider-Man and I'll
Yeah.
be Captain Marvel or something in Fortnite.
It's fucking sick. I was asking mad questions about Fortnite today. I'm like, but how do you know where to go?
Shit. At Cap or no Cap, at the Trill AC says, women's intuition works for everything except picking the right man. Cap or no cap?
Cap.
She's not taking no women slander on this podcast.
I'm only saying cap because
I'm engaged.
no.
Look at the ring.
I mean,
look at the ring.
No, I'm only saying cap because what I've experienced is men sometimes put up a facade and you think that they're one person and then time tells you different. And because of that alone, I can't take full responsibility for that or full responsibility for picking the wrong person, because the person that I met, the person that was presented to me was one person.
That's nothing to do with what he said. Intuition means you sense.
So but you can't sense. You can't sense that level of deception. What y'all don't understand about a woman's intuition is our intuition is not like fucking spidey senses. That's not how it works.
But Dodge, just explain this then. Women be picking a man that their friends, other women know, like, nah, this ain't the nigga.
Because you get blinded by what you like.
So that's something different.
But that's not how women's intuition works. Women's intuition works in different ways.
I need to know.
One way is a feeling, right?
You ever been on your way to cheat and your girl start calling you out of nowhere? She just needs to call like 3-4 times. She's like, yo, why today? I was like, all of a sudden you want to keep calling?
Women's intuition is like, I'm not going to speak for all women. I'm going to talk about mine. My woman's intuition is based on the fact that I pay very close attention to my partner. And when things start moving, as human beings, we have a schedule, whether we know it or not, whether we like express it. When things start moving a little differently and feeling a little off, then that's when my spidey senses start going up. And it's like, that's not normal. This is not how this used to be. This is not how you usually act. This is not how you usually respond. And then little things start getting pieced together. Like, I'm not a fucking witch and I just wake up. Or it might come in dreams. But that's different. That's witchcraft and wizardry.
Dreams is different.
It might come in dreams.
Some shit in your dream?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been there. I told y'all I'm a girl.
Y'all can't help but to... Like, y'all think that when y'all start doing fuck shit, that y'all acting normal, and y'all don't realize how abnormal you start acting.
I feel like y'all, thank you for those keys. Fellas, stop doing everything the same way. Especially when you first start dating.
Switch it up all the time.
Always do some other shit. Even if you lying. Like, yo, I'm going to Charm's house. Be dead in your crib. Don't be by yourself. Yo, I'm going over here. Because one day you're going to meet somebody that you want to have sex with and you're not going to be able to go nowhere because
your girlfriend is in your way. That's crazy.
Charm. How long after you start dating somebody before you start being yourself again?
That's a good question. Me, I like to be myself from the jump, you know?
You don't tell them that I'm dating mad bitches and you're just going to be another one of my bitches from the jump. You get them real comfortable, make them feel like they're the only one. You act like you're DJing. Okay.
It's not true. Because I want a situation that is going to be...
You work within
my system. I don't necessarily want to trick you.
System is crazy.
Yeah.
System. This nigga watches basketball.
Yeah. I have an offensive scheme. I need
work within my system goes crazy.
Need you to fit in the triangle offense.
He watches. Yo, he makes you scrimmage with the other bitches.
Crazy.
Yeah, he put you right in the club. See how you move.
Nigga said, "Can you
now,
hang?"
There are certain things that you're gonna say that you might, you know, you're gonna word it differently. You're not gonna say, "Hey, I have a whole girlfriend that I'm in love with," but you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm fucking other people. Yeah, I got other situations. I'm never gonna try completely pull the wool over your eyes."
Dosh, do you have a representative when you date?
I used to.
So you did?
Yeah.
How long before you became yourself again?
I spent a lot of time just thinking about the past. I found that I don't know if I ever was fully myself.
There you go.
In relationships prior to the one that I'm in now. And I realized that because You don't like when I tell the truth, but I realize that because now I am my full authentic self every day, and I realized how I played a different person with different people before. I told you one of my exes that listens to the show all the time, he hit me one day and he was like, I didn't know you do that.
You ain't like
you
that.
ain't never did that shit with me. And I'm like, I wasn't really with you.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't there with you. I just wasn't. Like, there are some people some niggas that at a time.
I don't agree.
That
I hate when people do this. What she's doing.
What am I doing?
Your truth now just doesn't align with your truth then.
And that's fine because then I was lying before.
How you were. No, you're lying to who you are now.
No, I was lying in relationships with people.
You were lying. Yeah, you was lying.
My friends always
like the time you say that you was with somebody and you was talking to a nigga like this. Now you might not do that.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
But that's just who you were then.
But it was who I was then because I wasn't being honest with my true self. And what my true self should have said at that point is...
that Dr.Umar shit. My true self.
What my true self should have said at that point is, I'm not interested in being in a monogamous relationship with you. But I didn't say that. So instead of not... Because I didn't say that and I wasn't being my true authentic self, I'm now dipping and diving and lying and doing all of this other shit.
For me... I understand that, but it's because you learned more about yourself. It doesn't mean you were lying back then.
No, I was
lying. You just
lying.
learned more about yourself.
I knew that I didn't want to be with that person that FaceTimed me.
That doesn't mean you was.
But I was trying to fit into this space with this person to the point that I had to end that after that moment because I was like, Dodge, you're going too far. This is I'm standing up in a nigga's crib against the wall, fucking phone this close to my face, and he's like, yo, your room walls is not even that color because they dead wasn't. And I'm like, I'm in the hallway, like just making up lies and shit. I'm not even a good fucking liar. It just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, no, like I don't think that I've ever fully showed up in a lot of past relationships. I can tell you the exact relationship where I completely went too far and I lost myself and then I had to bring it back.
I understand what you're saying, though. I mean, I think that when I'm in a relationship, I'm completely different than I am singles. So which one is really me? Right?
I feel like the person that you are when you're single is who you really are. And you should be able to still be that same person in your relationship, but modified.
I feel like when you're single as a man, you move as according to what can get you the best action from wherever. Like you are water. You know what I'm saying?
Be water.
Afrocentric. All right, let's go to BAM.
Yeah.
You can meet an Afrocentric chick. Let's go to BAM. I'm gonna show you some curly hair shit. Let's go see Angela Davis. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go see some shit with fucking. You know, if you're fucking from the East, oh, you want to smoke? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even smoke. Nah, but whatever. Any case, 3 more capital casts to get the fuck out of here. 1, quick. Niggas be 5'7" with a king size bed. The fuck you need all that space for, princess? What size is Yo, hit me with the What size is your bed?
We have a queen.
Oh, okay. That's cool. You still got a mad room.
But he won a California king, and when we buy our house, we gonna get it.
That nigga be like this and that shit.
Swimming in that shit.
Now I want one too, but my room is fucking ain't big enough for that.
Yeah, that's why I said when we buy a house, because my room not big enough for a California king either. That shit is huge.
Trom, you got a king?
I got a California king.
All right, man, fuck you.
Need this shit. My feet be all off the bed.
That's dope. Wait, you can't put your feet off the bed? You gotta put it off the side now. Do you do that?
No, I'm saying
now because he has a
right
California
now
king.
I'm good, but even with a queen size, like yeah.
You wouldn't sleep on the edge? I would still sleep on the edge of the bed. My foot has to go off the side of the bed.
Really?
Really?
Oh, no.
I need that air.
I be
don't know
scared
why.
that somebody gonna grab my shit.
Who?
A monster.
Parker?
A monster, like I said.
Hiding from Parker. Cap or no cap, miss one day at work, your check missing $290.
Facts.
But work an extra day, it only adds $8.
Son, no fucking cap.
No fucking cap.
Ghetto here.
At Bad Tia, which is our last cap for new cap, right before we get the hell out of here. That pussy hit different when she really want to fuck. Some of y'all be getting that, here, nigga, damn pussy.
No cap.
No cap.
I've definitely given up some hair Bitch, damn dick.
Yeah. Like, all right, go away.
Yeah,
I've done
man.
that too.
It's never good.
That reluctant.
Yeah, bitch, damn dick is like, it sucks. I'm not really in it. Foreplay sucks. Yo, I told y'all she gave me a 7 in foreplay the other day. My world crumbled. I was trying to.
Why would you ask?
I always every time we have sex, like
really,
real good
You're
sex.
Sicko.
All right, where we at with this? How'd you like that? You ever had your pussy slapped? Listen to how this
Slap, like pat it.
Not slap to the side. Slap like that.
Slap to the.
You slap. Watch the shit go. Watch the shit bounce like the shit on the back of a door.
I've had it hit like this. Cause that's the angles, like pat, like
that.
how you slap the shit to the side.
The legs gotta be wide back, like
yeah, like you gotta be like damn near in the split. Slap to the side don't even do nothing though.
It does. It does.
How your clit is not to the side?
Your clit is right there in the middle.
So why would you hit to the side? Why wouldn't you just hit straight on?
It's a hit. Is a hit.
It's not. No, I don't know if that's. I'm gonna try it tonight and tell you. I don't know.
You're gonna slap your shit to the side?
Are you fucking dumb? I'm not gonna do anything. Like, why would I slap it?
So you're gonna tell him to slap you in the pussy?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, babe, do me a favor. Do this real quick.
All right.
Me and him pussy slapping tonight because
thank
of Tahoe.
you. Just so shame. All right, bye. I cannot.
I'm so definitely gonna ask.
Great episode, y'all.
Yeah.
Great episode.
That nigga be Christmas, yeah, hey. I'm shameless, so shameless. With my dogs on the block, it was dangerous. Take a girl out to eat and she's paying. I'm shameless, so shameless. I'ma go hit Tahoe up. Come bring the Tahoe truck, body bags on body bags. Come pick this garbage up. DJ mixing in the booth, he leave him traumatized up. I ain't got no time to waste. Let's get these commas up. I'm sitting in class, I can't even focus. Looking at the teacher, hoping that she don't notice. Titty sit right, that ass be poking. I'm sitting in the front, cause I gotta be the closest. I'm just waiting for the bell, let everybody leave. I passed with an A, but left her with a D.